talking generally, if you're not seeking after God, you'll be drunken with this world. The world is after you. You must know that the world wants to permeate. You will see all the songs, everything around you, the systems, everywhere. The world, just know that the world is what? After you. So he's not telling us that how to protect it yourself. Let your heart be weighed down. So even you can be in this light and your heart is still weighed down with carousing, drunkenness, and cares of this life. Cares of, I don't have money, I don't have husband. Some people, because of care of who to marry, I'm getting old, they just can't make wrong decision and marry somebody that just takes you, that just drain you down the lane. Is it not better you go to God and enter rest, single, than for you to be married and you don't fulfill God's destiny for your life? You just say, I just have to marry. I marry or I die. When God was thinking about you, when God made you and was thinking about you, his thought was not marriage for you. His thought was you coming to rest. Everything he gives you along the line, he gives you job, he gives you children, he gives you houses. Everything was supposed to aim you to get to that end. That's how you must see it. That everything that God gives me in this life is for one thing, for me to get to that end. The whole reason why, let me shock you, even the whole reason why God made the heavens and the earth is so that man can come to the place of rest. So why misuse it? Why abuse it? So what do you want to live your life for doing on earth if you don't want to get to the destination? The reason why the person put it, the reason why they put it in place, they put earth in place, they put heaven in place, is for us to become God's habitation, to become God's people. You come to the earth, you say you want to do your own thing. You want to live for yourself. Why? That is revolt, that is rebelling against your maker. So we should take, so in this, even though when we have light, this world still wants to weigh us down. I'm not saying, and God, and that's why you must also have faith. Faith at all levels, either at milk level or at Christ level. You must have faith. You must have faith. You must have faith in God. You must trust the Lord. You must know that the thoughts that God has towards you, they are thoughts of good and not of evil. So that's why they teach all of those things, all those make faith. So that even you will know God's plan for you. You know that God said God wants to give you all things abundantly. So even when you don't have it, you must know that there must be another reason for it. That maybe God is taking me through something. You already have faith. So at every level you are, you always need faith and love. So all these teachings about faith, that I think we took faith at some time, all those things are very important. Either faith at milk level, either faith at, because it will shield your heart. Because some people, they can come, Satan can come at times and say, God does not love you. This word is not working. Like Pastor said, and then you do something, you better, because faith is always against logical thinking. Faith does not make sense. But how does it make sense? They said that Elizabeth and John, Elizabeth and Zachariah, they were serving God. They were from priesthood and they were doing well, but were barren. How does that make sense? That was contradictory. But there was something higher. I'm a priest to be more. How many priests gave birth to John? But God had something higher for them. So God closed that womb. I believe God closed that womb because God wanted to give them John. And there was a time Jesus was going to come. So that womb had to be closed. That womb had to wait for the promise. So imagine that, okay, God, give me, we are priests. We are serving you. We are burning incense every day. Hey, God, give me, or I die. And God is saying, I have given you child. He's nothing. Mad people on the road, they get pregnant now. But God had something higher. God wanted to give them what? John. So sometimes maybe some of us are going through certain denials, going through certain situations, but you cannot see beyond your nose. That is why you have faith. You know to say, I know who I believe. They know that God has plans for me. His thoughts for me are good and not what? Evil. Because some of you think God is evil because he's delaying you, because he's denying you. It's not evil. I am telling you today, God is not what? Evil. He's a good and faithful Father. I tell people, it doesn't take a mad person on the road. You don't see mad people getting pregnant. If a mad people, what does it take God to give you a child? So if there is a delay, there is a reason behind it. And you must see it that way and say, God, I know you have plans and purpose for me. I don't now allow that one to weigh you down. Say, God, you don't love me. Is this how I now be? Is that now childless to the end of my life? Is it you're not weighed down? Those things that weigh us down are the things that they are drunkenness. They make you unresponsive to God. They make you unresponsive to his purpose. So you now begin to focus on your problem than focusing on the destination. The same thing with marriage. No, I tell people, say it is not because you are in the waters of righteousness. It's not because you are in these waters that you don't get husband or you don't get wife. I say generally in the world. Generally in the world. Women are more than what? Men. Women are more than men. It's the truth. It's just a general thing. Population statistics is just a general thing. So it's not that God is wicked to you. But women are generally more than men. So there are some people that will not marry. So that don't be thinking that God is wicked. That some people say God is wicked. God did not give me a husband. So if I don't know what they consider, because I think about these things critically. You know what one I not consider? I not consider that if really, truly, marriage is important. God is not a wicked God, though. Do you see the way God created the heart? Everything is balanced. Say balanced. There's a time the sun comes out. There's a time the moon comes out. You will see the way God is balanced in everything he does. I said, if truly, at least everything that has to do with survival of man and man reaching destination, everything is balanced. Except for the ones that we use our hand to spoil. I said, I said, if marriage really is a prerequisite for man to come to the end, to the finish, let's say it was a prerequisite, then maybe we would have equal number. I said, but if this is not there, that means that it might not be it's not a prerequisite. But God is not an evil God. You must say it that way. I said, because I talked about everything it does, everything it does is good. God does not do evil. Tell neighbor, say God does not do evil. Ọlọ́run ò kì í ṣèkà. And that is why that is why I know. That's one. Another thing I know, second, is that when we cross to the other side, say they don't give in marriage. They don't what? Because they said that it was important in the other side. God, we want a balanced equation. Everybody will have a pattern. So when we cross over there, they don't know even going to. So everything God permits here, if they permit you to marry, if not that they permit you, if you find grace and privilege to marry, they have only granted you that grace and privilege so that you can use it to get towards the destination. You see, when you have this thing I described to you, hope of what? Salvation. Know that your hope in this world is not marriage. Your hope in this world is not junior and princess. Your hope in this world is, what is your surname? Shogbami, your hope in this world is not to propagate the Shogbami generation. People say that let me interpret it. They said that if you don't give birth to a child, that you're like a snake that passed on the rock that did not put his landmark. That is not the hope of a man. The hope of a man pierces through the veil. That is the hope of a man is salvation. Becoming his habitation. Becoming his place of it. That is your hope in this world. When you make that, you have made it. If you don't make that, when you see your Creator, then you have wasted time. Then you have not fulfilled the reason why they sent you to the world. You see that hope. Let me explain why you need that helmet. That hope of salvation is a mindset. You see what I described to you now is a thought process. Because the enemy will come and fire. Say fire. Oh! And Satan is good at that. You are 36, 37. He will. You are just in your room. She prayer time. You just finish devotion. They just opened one beautiful scripture to you. You say, God, I'm growing. Thank you. And as you're just going, Satan will just cook that thought. And you just fire you. Pew! And the way you are going like this, you're not going to marry you. You will not marry. Your life is spoiled. You will not have children. You are the first one. All your sisters, they have their own children. Look at Bukumi. She has given birth to Junior, Princess, Beauty. Ati Prince. You have done bridesmaid. You did bridesmaid for Sister Doyin, for Sister Gillian, for Sister Olosi to marry, for Amaka, Joy to marry by Washefun, but Titi now. When will you own? I hear man bad jello. Your life, so are you still firing that? They will lace the team very well. If you are Igbo, they will use Igbo to speak to you. If you are Yoruba, they will. Then Satan will just take that thought. He will just fire that thought. Pew! Sometimes I not even come as thought. You just finish devotion. The mommy will just call. Hello? Hello? I've been calling you since yesterday. You did not pick my call. Church here, B. Well, anyway, yesterday we went to Ikole. Sure, you know Bolu? You know Bolu? Bolu to big pan kekere ye. That Bolu that you bagged. Remember Bolu? Remember Bolu? That time when you came home from GS1 holiday, they said she can't help her mom. When the mother gave birth to her, that you help them to help them. That Bolu when you were 11 years old. We went for a wedding yesterday. Wedding a glorious gone. And all your aunties, everybody was asking after you. Baby, them in court, she be them to settle. The next thing I told them is settle. And when they said it, you know, I know you've told me that I should not talk to you about this thing, that God will do it, but you see, and I've told you that it is don't damn way. That was the same thing. That was the same thing we thought that then. Also, but deeper life, today, bye, she's just there like that. Don't toy that party. Don't do that to me. Why you doing this to me? I said this is school. Say hello. They don't fashion that one for you for that day. After morning devotion, no. Say hope of salvation. You see see, you need hope. You need that mindset that you need that hope that in this world, beyond marriage, for you to beat those kind of thoughts and not feel down. I ask you come to church, they're just doing worship, and they're saying, I will do faith. I can't remember any. We don't know what's happened to a child. Sister, baby kilo sharing. I had a long day at work. I'm just tired. You run your offer. Not a tired offer. Your heart has been weighed down. Your joy level will just go down. Enthusiasm will go down. Everything will go down. You will feel bad. Then you start thinking about it. Then you look at the entire church. You look around you. Say, what do you see all around? Dry bones. Gbogbo àwọn brother o ti wo gbogbo àwọn brother yẹn o ti wo orí wọn o ti wo age wọn o ti you have looked at everything. God, I don't see any hope in this place. God say, do you see any brother here? God, only you knows. Say hope of salvation. You need an higher hope in those kind of situations to overcome those kind of wiles. Else you will be down. I know if Satan wants to finish you, then there will not be somebody, one of your friend, your family friend. Say family friend. Family friend. And that's like, one family friend. And that's like, there's one guy you. Show my mommy taller. They will not send you. You know, you are your mom. You have done part 1, but you want to be low hope. Therefore, then they will not send your auntie to you. Your auntie that trained you in school. Say, fine, thank you, ma. Anybody? Can you know? Oh, guys, what are you doing now? How far? Your love fries. Some of you can see your is anybody see one in view? And you can know, you know the funniest thing? Show me funniest thing. Do you know the funniest thing? Show me, Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson. Boy, one ye. See what your primary school ye. Show me. Tola, around. He's doing well now. Tola is doing well now. In fact, last time, Timon, US, we actually stayed in their house. The guy is doing well. He's not a doctor. He's a cardiothoracic surgeon. In the US. He's around though. In fact, next week he's coming to Ibadan. He wants to come and do one project. So he wants to come and do a presentation. Even me, I'm going to be there. So I'm very invited. So I talked earlier about you to him, and he's even excited to meet you. Say Dr. Tola. Dr. Tola Johnson. Sarah! Confusion will now start. Say family friend. All of you, you grew up together. You shall know him now. Sure, no money or money. He's a respectable man. He's a doctor. He's okay. Very okay. What am I not church now? Redeem no law. The US so. Warfare begins. Say hope of salvation. You see, those things begin to play all manner of thoughts in your head, all manner of battles in the thought warfare. You need, you see, to protect your paradigm, to protect your mind. You need. That's why your hope of salvation, that thing needs to be strong. You must know what is your hope. That's why hope must be preached. That's why when he said when our eyes are Latin, the first thing they begin to teach us is even what is the hope. Hope of is not your calling. Because as far as you are concerned, your calling is to become Mrs. Johnson. But that might not be his calling for you. So you don't know what the hope of his calling is. That his calling is beyond marriage. That his calling is beyond a good family. His calling is beyond that. You might be privileged to have all those things, but your calling transcends that. If our hope is limited to this place, just to have good career, drive good cars, have good homes, have fine house, go for vacation, have good husband, give birth to prince, give birth to princess, give birth to junior, give birth to beauty, then we are of most men what? Miserable. But we have a better hope. Say better hope. So I used to tell myself, no, those times when Satan will come and abuse me very well, and abuse me very well. I said that you're going to be very poor. Dr. Akushe, can see all your friends. They are doing well. They are driving Tesla. You still go abroad. Your friends will still be giving you clothes. They still and Satan come and abuse me very well, and torment me. That's not my hope. I tell him, I said, I have your help. And I used to say, even if, I'll say, this shame, maybe maximum, if God shows me mercy, I live 100 years. Maximum 100 years. I said, this shame is not forever. It's just maximum 100 years. I said, but there is a better life. Beyond this present heaven and beyond this present heart. That one is eternity. I don't want to have that shame. Shame over bearable. Maximum 100 years. There is another shame. Another shame is that when you get to heaven and they show you what you are supposed, the fullness of what you are supposed to come into God, and you don't come into God. That's why why do you think they will be crying in heaven? They said that people were crying. People were crying because when they found out what they were supposed to be, and God gave them chances, gave them opportunity, and they never came into it. So I don't want to bear that shame. That shame of coming before you and standing naked. What does it mean to become naked? I'm not clothed with all of your nature, with the fullness of the Godhead. So that is shame. That is shame. After hearing the word of righteousness, I don't come into fullness. That is shame. Shame. One of our friends came and was mocking us that we are moving from house to house. That when are you going to build your own house? That one is not shame. He was saying, all of my friends that have traveled, they've built houses, beautiful houses. But I went to one of them when I went to her house was, she said she doesn't have money. When I got to her house, I knew she had money. Because I've been to several houses abroad. Everything was white settee, white road. Everything was beautiful. After I said, your house is beautiful. White, everything white. The flowers. Our flowers here got on me. Big flowers. Everything fine, sparkling. I knew she was rich. Everything. Beautiful. TV like cinema. Everything beautiful. If you see a car, this one no be car. This one a motor. Everything beautiful. But you know what I have told myself? So when I say, you to say, Jote, see all your friends, how they're doing. See where you are. Even if you look at it, shame. Because if it's more, Mama biti moti bere. Mama biti mode. You know, all these things are relative. Is it not relative? I have some of my friends that are still selling pepper in Ilesha. So I even know that say, God don't even show me mercy small. So, but even if you not consider this one, so that our friend now came, and I said, when do you want us to come to our house? And after I moved from that place, so they now moved to come and look for us. And one of them was just like, this is like the fourth house I'll be, because many of my friends already have their houses. So you know, other people, they go to other people's houses, they're already in the apartment. Me, I'm still thanking God that I even moved to a better place. That we moved from that former house that was chocolate to this, and I was still thanking God. You see, Satan, no? They're not talking yama like that. I say that I say kokiri no. I did not even notice. Me, I noticed. Kokiri. Okay, we don't let me stop. Kokiri. As in, moving from one rented apartment to another. Sincerely. I did not even, me that see the thank God say, now we can't even get AC for house. I don't even see that. I just stood, I did that. I don't, Satan, as I said, Satan will come and talk, we can't even to allow abroad. This is what we have. This is what, okay, maybe, I just told myself, I have a better hope. Yes. I have a permanent residence. All this present is the house, the cars, the everything, maximum. When my father built his house in Odife Road in the 70s, it was a firehouse. Everybody was looking at it because of the painting. I cannot live there today. It's just how many years after? 30-something years after. I not feel live there. But there is something that does not fade away. There's a treasure that does not fade away. There is something here that does not fade away. That God is working within my soul. So I see that more as a treasure. So I would rather have that. If God in his mercy now say, he will help me put the remaining jara, say, about salvation. Say this hope we have as an anchor of the soul. That is what holds you strong. When life brings wiles at you, wiles of the enemy to dissuade you, to weigh you down. To weigh you down. You just finish service, Thursday meeting, say, Sunday meeting, just finish and sit on your chair. And I should just go out there, just see one Benz Jeep, just pass beside you. Now your roommates first. Say, if you don't teach him what kind of talk, be concerned to follow. They say, see your life. Say, hope of salvation. Then you said there, say, I am not moved by these things. So this hope can make you know when you say something's an anchor, it holds you down. Steadfast. Unremovable. So that's what I said, in this season, in this night season, when people are in the night, when people are sleeping, when people are drunken, they want to bring you, enemy wants to bring you into that same state too. Said you must be sober. You must put on the breastplate of faith in God and love. And you must have what? Helmet of salvation, which is what? Hope of salvation. Can you rise up on your feet this morning and ask God and say, God, help me. Help me, Lord Jesus.